Welcome, welcome, everybody. Happy Tuesday. How is everybody doing? I am so excited to be here with all of you. Hello. Yeah, how are you? I'm so excited to be here with all of you as we're starting again this new year. And I am going to be doing this regularly. So I'm making a big shift. I'll tell you guys about it shortly. And as far as my where I'm showing up on social media and the reasons why, I always like to talk about those things because if you're ever feeling that way, as though you're not feeling in alignment with either a place that you're on that's connected with your work, or maybe it's friendship or things like that. And hello, oh, I'm so excited to see you, Priscilla. Hello, it's good to see you. I'm excited. Well, definitely please stay around. I would love to pull you a card. You know what's very interesting, Priscilla? I do past life readings. Okay, I work in the Akashic records, and just today I did a past life reading for a woman, and it turned out that it was from an ancient life she had in Rome. And so here you are. So that is very auspicious, and I love the timing of that. It was an interesting reading, a very in-depth Akashic Records reading. So welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. And if you are new, like Priscilla, feel free to say hello. I'm just at this beautiful point on my experience with YouTube where I'm being able to get to know many of you and have conversations and things like that. So it's so good to see all of you. So let me tell you a little bit about what we're doing tonight. These are absolutely complimentary. Oh, I know. Isn't that funny, Carey? Yeah, I think we spell ours like the masculine version, right? Absolutely. I know. It's no coincidence. I would love to. So as Priscilla mentioned, yes, she would love a card. So tonight what I'm doing, hi, Elizabeth. First of all, I want to thank you. So if you are new, please say hello. I would love it if you could subscribe to my channel. And if you can, make sure to watch one of my videos at another time and comment and share. That really helps the channel. So tonight we're going to be doing absolutely free card pulls, Lilia. But also I wanted to offer you, if you want to get a little bit more of a reading, I am offering readings if you wanted to partake in that. And all of the information is below on the screen. So if you're interested, and if you decide to do that, let me know. Then I'll check to make sure we're all on the same page and stuff like that. So let's get started with these. So because we still have a nice smaller number in here, what you can do is just put your name in the chat and then let me know what, like in just one word, what area you want to focus on for your oracle card pull. And then we'll get started and we'll pull some energy. So we're going to do, just short little readings for each person. But if you want something more in depth, let me know. So let me know like what topic you may want to focus on for your reading. You can also say spiritual growth, something like that. So Priscilla is asking about career. We'll start with that. I know I saw Maya there as well. So let me get this for career for Priscilla, our new friend. So good to see you. It's lovely to meet you. So let's kind of I'm feeling for you. I want to draw two cards, one from each of these decks. So let's just see what we're getting. Okay. Okay, hi, Miss Undefined. Okay, about love. So this is for Miss Priscilla about career. What are we getting? So the first thing I'm doing is, as I tell people, I'm a channel. So I heard the words branching out, Priscilla, branching out and possibly connecting with more people, right? And just to sort of see what else might be available to you, what else might be out there. But let me show you the cards. This is interesting. I pulled the Work Your Light card, right? Where are you being called to journey to? So this has to do with expansion, Priscilla, of like opening up your energy field and seeing where life takes you and greets you. And then also we're getting this card. I just pulled this for myself the other day, Unfinished Symphony. It's showing that there is probably energetically some things maybe that you have to take care of, do, or finalize as it relates to your career. So I am definitely feeling like expansion is on the horizon for your career. And then also in general, maybe being able to open up and connect with more people. I feel like that's going to give you some insight. It's going to help with your abundance. Okay. All right, I'm going to keep going through. And again, I hope to be able to get to everybody tonight because these are free. It's not always guaranteed, but I would love that to be able to do as many as possible. So let's just see where I'm drawn. Okay. And Elizabeth's here. I love it. I love it. Okay. Amaya, did you put down a topic, by the way? So Miss Undefined is asking about love. So let's get in that. I'm feeling a little bit more of oracle. I'm tarot for you actually in this case. And once I've read you, let me know if this makes sense. Yes, Priscilla, you're very welcome. Okay. Miss Undefined, an in relationship. So this is really showing Four of Wands. Okay. Absolutely. Four of Wands for me has a lot to do with wanting stability in a relationship, wanting something that is very similar to your version of what I like to say is the white picket fence, but it's your version of it. So it feels to me like you're really wanting to have a relationship that's enriching, that feels protected and safe. And when you're in a relationship that doesn't feel that way, you sense that something feels off. So I would say in general, this is a card that's probably expressing how you really feel and what you're looking for. Okay. Thank you so much. And I would love to just make sure that you are subscribed. If you did want more of an in-depth reading, certainly you can follow any of these guidelines here that are on the bottom of the ticker tape. It's so good to see all of you guys here. Hi, Jaheen. It's good to see you. All right, let me just go through the list. So that was Miss Undefined. Yeah, oh, Maya, got you. Okay, can you do it just a whatever need to hear? You can do whatever you need to hear, my love. Of course you can. Whatever you need to hear. All right, let's see what the message is. I'm going to pull. I'm really been loving working with this deck lately. This is very interesting energy. So first of all, we're getting No Place Like Home. That's the first card. And the second card is soulmates. And this feels a lot to me to do. This could be relationship related, but this has a lot to do with connecting with yourself and really trusting yourself, trusting what you're getting, trusting what you're feeling, and trusting that you know what's best for your highest good is really what I'm getting here as well. The other thing is we are getting the card of soulmates. So, soulmates, as we know, we can have many soulmates in a lifetime, not just one. But I feel like you're at this point now where you're wanting to have, I would say, very intentional connections and ones that feel as though they benefit you and not something that's going to steal your energy or take away from you. So that's what I have for you, my love. I hope that makes sense. All right, you guys. I also want to let everybody know, while in between really briefly, that I have opened up a membership. And my membership is called The Sanctuary. And it's a wonderful, I would say, a place. It's part of it's free, and then part of it will be paid tiers later if you want more, depending on where you're at. But it's a wonderful, safe community if you're looking at wanting to work on spiritual development, your intuitive abilities, healing, and good fellowship. So definitely check it out. It's on my page. All right, here we go. Most Micah, got a Maya. Okay. Just double checking I'm not missing anybody. Okay. Hi, Smiley. Okay. Brianna is asking about spiritual growth. So let's see what we're getting for you. I'm going to pull from here. Again, thanks for being here, you guys. Just make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. That helps me so much. In order for growth and healing. And I'm reading the energy. Sorry. That helps me so much to really help the channel, me to continue to be able to do free work here and also just to be able to connect with all of you. This is a very interesting energy that's coming up for you, Brianna, about spiritual growth. We're getting two cards here. We're getting the card of envy. And then we're also getting the first chakra card of Archangel Michael. So it feels to me like I'm hearing the words time collapse, and it feels to me like your energy is moving quickly. But also there's a part of you that feels a little bit nervous about how quickly it's going for you on a spiritual level. And so there's a deep need for grounding is what I'm hearing. And also so some part of you, I think, might be a little concerned with as you change and grow and continue on your path, whether you'll still be able to connect with some of the people in your life, especially friends, women, and you don't want to have to hide who you are in your spirituality. So I would say that's something that's really coming through. And Archangel Michael is very good at helping with those things. Channeling is so interesting to me, but I'm terrified to open myself up. Well, don't be too terrified. I think mainly it's when we're talking about channeling, we certainly want to understand energy, but understand that when you're doing any kind of trance work, channeling work, mediumship, you're always in control. So no spirit can overtake you. And it is about learning boundaries, though. All right. So Lilia is asking about, timeline, outlook, and for career. I love that for you. Let's see what we're getting. And again, if you guys want to get a deeper reading, feel free to get on the list. If you get on the list, though, let me know because I'm not checking my my list at the moment. Okay. All right. So this is for Lilia. Timeline for career. So I feel like I'm seeing anything between 2 and 6 months. That's what I was getting. Short would be 2 months. So we're getting 2 here, blessed. This just feels like things starting to open up and starting to happen for you and manifest quite nicely. But also we're getting truth be told, right? With the owl, also the number 5. So it very much feels to me like it's something that we're stretching out to like the spring, possibly the summer is what it feels like a lot to me. So I hope that makes sense. I love that. Again, thanks you guys for being here. Also, if you could make sure that you're subscribed. I think most of you guys are subscribed to my channel, so it's nice to meet you. Okay. Let me just check to make sure I didn't get, I think Smiley's next. Smiley, I love your username. Okay. Yes, and I'll definitely let you know about those readings in just a second. Yes, I see all you guys here. So Smiley is saying, what are Tanya's intentions towards you? Okay, let's look at that energy for you. That's a good question to always know what people are intentions towards you. So it definitely, we're getting the fates, and that has to do with synchronicity. It has to do with kismet. We say everything working out in a nice way. That's the first card. I'll pull 2. And we're getting community. But it's in the reverse. So I feel like that this person is interested in you is the sense I'm getting, and that they feel good in your energy. However, when we're getting community in the reverse, I feel like maybe there could be an issue around insecurity and about jealous. Jealousy is a strong word for me to say that about someone, but maybe that would be something within their wheelhouse. One of their weaknesses would be a little bit of insecurity around jealousy. So let me know if that makes sense. Victor, absolutely. May I have general guidance? Of course you can. Let me see what we're getting for Victor. We have chop wood in the reverse, and we have co-creation in the reverse. So this is very interesting. I feel like now's a time to really take charge, Victor, of those things that you're wanting to grow and make and manifest. But there's something about you needing to sort of clean up your side of the street. That's what I'm hearing. So that would mean, sometimes when we want to manifest what we want, what we have to remember sometimes are the mundane things, like we've got to clean our house. We have to set our intentions. We have to be in a good place within our own consciousness. So they're really suggesting, because of these 2 cards in reverse, that in order to get the things you're wanting and be a good match for it energetically, you want to work on your own energy and also your home. So I hope that makes sense. Thank you so much. Will you still do free Akashic and Mediumship readings in the new year on TikTok, or do you plan to do things? Yes, I know those things are your favorite. I'll probably end up doing them over here. I might do them over there. I'm still kind of figuring things out with TikTok right now. So I'll keep you posted, I promise. Okay, Lilia said maybe giving notice for current incoming week. Oh, then starting a spirit work by summer. Yes, I'm so glad. Well, I'm here for you. Anything you need. Elizabeth, absolutely. Thank you, Victor. Yes. If you haven't got a question, of course you can ask about career. Elizabeth, if you have time, this is about career for Elizabeth. Let's see what we got. Okay, fork in the road. So obviously right now there is a change here for you. There's a path that is opening up. There is an option that's coming being given to you is what I'm getting. But also we're getting TikTok, which is in reverse, which for me a little bit has to do with you needing to like open up and be in the right place at the right time. Sometimes if we're not in alignment with our intuition, opportunities have a harder time finding us because we're not absolutely there yet. Yes, I've uploaded school. Everything's ready in the school on the platform. I'll put it here in the chat so you can have it here too. Pardon me. Let me just grab this really quick, you guys. Just a minute. Yes, this is the school. All you have to do is put a request in that you want to join the school, and I'll do it. I'll put it right here. There it is. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Oh, I love this is so funny. I had a whole thing. I had just a minute. Let me go back. It's giving me the wrong thing. Just a second. All right. 1 second. All right, there we go. Okay, here we go. All right, there it is if you want to join the school. So yes, Elizabeth, let me know if that makes sense to you. Okay, now, a piece for 8H. Can you let me know what your first name is if that makes sense? And then I'll do the reading for you. Hello, nice to meet you. How are you? So I'm doing free Oracle card pulls if you would like. All you need to do is become a subscriber. And then I ask people at a later time if you could watch one of my videos entirely and just comment. That helps my channel tremendously. Thank you. Maria, of course. Okay, you said that. Maria, it's so good to see you. Okay, let me get your, let me get a card for you, Maria. You definitely can ask about career. All right, let's see what Maria needs to know. Ooh, a higher power. This is interesting, Maria. I love this for you. I feel like this has a lot to do with talking to your spirit guides, talking to your higher self, getting really connected and opening up your energy field, because we're getting higher power here. And then also time for a nap, which means to me, it's a little bit like letting go and trusting the process. So obviously, you know, when we're going through things like wanting to manifest or be in alignment with like our favorite, you know, our ideal job or situation, right? We definitely want to be also connecting in with our guides and our ancestors and our higher self at the same time. And to be able to follow the flow of that. So that's really what I'm getting. I feel like that is going to help you the most as far as being in alignment with what is for your highest good as far as the career goes. It'll be really interesting to see how that shifts for you this year. That's what I'm getting. Will Brandon's energy towards you become romantic? Well, let's take a look at that for you. Thank you so much, everybody, by the way, for being here. And if you did want to get on the list and you would like to get a longer reading, let me know. I resonate so much. All I want to do is nap and rest and meditate despite my mind wanting to hustle. I know. And I think that's probably really what you is, and listen, I understand it because we live in a Western society and it's always about the hustle culture. And that actually, to me, yes, of course, we have to follow our guidance. We have to put ourselves out there. We have to learn, but we also have to have balance and to be able to let go. So I love that for you. Okay, let's look at the energy between you and Brandon. So to me, it does not look like that at this moment. And the reason I'm seeing that is because we have the 9 of Swords here, which is a card of a loop and a pattern that is not productive. And it does cause some stress and upset. But also there's the card of death. It's not a negative card. It's actually a great card. It's the card of transformation and letting go. So for me, right in this moment, I don't see that happening for you with Brandon. But it doesn't mean it can't happen in the future, if that makes sense. Thank you so much, by the way, for being here. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Good luck with everything. Good luck with everything. Oh my gosh, how are you? I'm so happy to see you here. I was hoping you'd come over and say hi, Alyssa. Yeah, so Elizabeth says, yes, it does. Thank you. I've been feeling off timing-wise and conflicted about option C. Yes, and you know what? That's a big thing. It's hard to do that. But I also, and it's easy to get caught up in like, okay, the money, and then I've got to be doing this, you know, and I have to take care of that, and then I have to do this. Well, some of those things can be so, but it really is more about resonating and figuring out what you really want and then following that guidance. Alyssa, you had a nice time with your family. It looks so beautiful where they live. So beautiful. I hope everybody did have a really lovely holiday season. Oh, I'm so glad. It looks so pretty. Also, I wanted everybody to know I am teaching an introduction to mediumship class, which does start in on January 25th. If anyone's interested in that, please check out the links on my profile. It even makes me want to cry, but with the validation today, because I really did call on God and the higher source to help me with that. And I think my mind can believe it enough to relax. I am so glad for you on that. You know, sometimes that's just what we need, is to have what we're getting internally with spirit be validated on the external. It's so important. I totally agree with that. Alyssa, let me know if you want to. It's a fun part of the country. I know it. I really want to go there. It looks so cool. I have never been to the South, believe it or not. I haven't even been to like Texas. The most southern I've done is New Mexico, which is not really the South. It's the Southwest. Yes. Okay, honey. Let me see which one I want to bring in for you. Alyssa. Oh, Alyssa, I'm going to do the Rose Oracle. I know you like the rose. So let's see what we're getting for you, friend. Yes, I am moving. I know, right? Exactly. I am moving my shop more or less, not completely, from TikTok over to YouTube. And not completely. It doesn't mean I'll never go live there again. I just really struggle with that app. I tried to, you know, it's very much like a gamified system. And if you're not sort of playing their game and doing a thing, which is like, part of me is like, I don't have time for that. Then you're penalized on the app. It's just not my thing. You know, it's not. And everything is a rush, and everyone's used to getting everything for free, which I don't know. That's what they've been trained to do. And it just feels like I'm going to put my energy into, you know what I mean? I'm putting my energy into other things to build my business. I mean, I'm okay, right? So I do in-person work. I have other things that I offer. Okay, let's see what Alyssa needs. Ooh, this is a pretty one. Oh, I love this, Alyssa. Okay, well, here we go. The reunion, soul recognition, collaboration, partnerships, friendships. I love that. I know, Stephanie. I know. Absolutely. I'm not going anywhere. I love going live. The thing is, I love going live, but see, Alyssa's known me a long time. It was so different on TikTok 3 years ago. It was way better. You just weren't policed all the time. Now they have AI bots that go through the whole thing. I know, exactly. Right? So true. All right, here's the other one. Okay, honey. The breathing rose, Alyssa. Heart healing, emotions, connections, time erases. That's so beautiful. Yes. So, I don't like to complain too much about the stuff with TikTok. I want to kind of move on from it. But I just got to this point where I was like, like I said, I'm not completely done. Obviously, that would be kind of silly because I have a lot of people over there. But I kind of felt like I'm working for them right now. I feel like I'm working for TikTok. That's how it feels. I'm working to make them money. What? That's what it came to. Oh my gosh, I am so glad you're here, Creative Chick Studios. I'm so happy to meet you. Thank you for coming by. If you would like a free card, let me know if that's your thing. If it's not your thing, that's okay too. But I'm so glad you came by. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm just giving free cards to my subscribers. Stephanie says, I left my old job and today I reapplied for it because the other girl didn't work out. Wow. You just joined my school. I'm so excited. Amazing. I will look for you. We're going to have so much fun over there. I hope they give me another chance. My family and I need it badly. Oh, Stephanie, did I pull you a card yet? Let me know. I don't think I did. If you want me to, let me know. I'll pull it over. Yes. Okay. So Creative Chicks, what's your first name, friend, by the way? Yes, you guys, please join my school. So there's going to be plenty of free, little tidbits in there if you're really on a budget. And if you want, there's going to be something. Susan, yes. Okay, let me pull you a card. Susan, do you have a topic you're wanting to look at too? Let me know. Okay, so Susan, while you're writing your topic, I'm going to do Stephanie's yet about this situation. We'll take a look. Okay, what's Stephanie's picture? Linda! Everybody has psychic ability. Okay, good, baby. I got you, Alyssa. I'll message you back. I love you. So here's the thing about the job. We're going to go to Stephanie. You're pulling the moon card, Stephanie, and the 2 of cups. Okay. Here's what I'm getting about this. So obviously you're coming from a place where you have a connection with the place where you worked. I'll message you tonight. About the place where you work. I feel like there is still a connection. However, it does look like there are some things that are unsaid, possibly. Maybe some things I think you'll feel more comfortable if the cards are kind of laid out on the table. So I think you're going to be okay as long as you just kind of, say it in a way that makes sense. And obviously, the reasons we do things, we don't have to tell our employers everything we do, but I feel like it's going to be okay. Okay, Susan, will I have a job change this year? Okay, well, let's take a look at the energy around you changing jobs. All right, friend, let's take a peek. I feel like, yes, I actually feel like you will. The reason is we're getting the 6 of Swords, which is moving on from something to greener pastures or something better, from a place that possibly had strife or I would say difficulty, challenge, into a place of more abundance. 9 of Pentacles is just like it's a long-term kind of game plan, Susan, where you're really being able to connect in a little more deeply and being able to dig in and really get things moving. I really love that for you. That's a wonderful one. So Linda, what we need to ask ourselves is, Linda, honestly, you do have psychic ability. You just have to, I want to tell you something. And my biggest thing these days is that when people come to me and they say, I don't think I'm psychic, or it happens very infrequently, I just want to be honest. It's just like any other skill. You have to practice. You have to work on the things that make you not be strong within doing it. Right? Ooh, looking for getting an art teacher job this year. Absolutely. You're welcome. Well, good luck with that. I'm crossing my fingers for you, Susan. So I want to say, of course, you have psychic abilities. So if you ever decide to grow, work on it, let me know. I am doing a mediumship class starting in the end of January. So if you're interested, really, I don't want to say I can make everybody psychic, because it's really you doing it yourself and recognizing it. But I can really help people quite a lot be able to open up to their abilities. And it really has a lot to do with, like I say, you have to have a structure. You have to have ways you can practice. You have to be willing to kind of put in the time of the mindset work, the energy work. It doesn't just happen overnight. And yes, absolutely you can. For sure. Everybody's psychic. Now, some people really have to work hard at it, obviously. Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, yes, I wouldn't worry, Stephanie. I think it's going to work out. Oh my gosh. Well, no, I'm sure they appreciate you. And I think it's just bringing things to the surface. That's why the moon card is there. It's kind of bringing things up. Yes, Linda, don't worry about it. Linda, you should definitely take a class with me. Or I don't know if you take one, if you've done a class before for psychic development. Absolutely, Stephanie. You're very welcome. My pleasure. So yeah, if anybody does want to get a longer reading, all the information is right down here. And this has been so nice to hang out with everybody. I'm right in the middle of doing all my recorded readings, because I do end of year readings for people. Or sorry, it's more of a energy forecast for 2026. So I've been in the middle of doing a lot of those. So it's been very good. Love doing them. All right. So if you're new, feel free to put your name in here and let me know. As long as you become a subscriber, you can receive a free card pull. And let me know if you're new. Also, if you'd want to get more of an in-depth reading, that's available as well. If you're interested, and all the information is just down below me here. I remember when I went to school for psychic development, and I just remember comparing myself to other people. Then it was just like, wow, she's so psychic. She knows all this stuff. I remember feeling that way, and kind of, comparing myself to people that had done it longer than I had. Of course, that's, kind of a natural thing that we do. But also it felt to me like, when you get confident doing psychic readings, it's just because, again, you've practiced and you've gotten enough validation back from different people that you've read. That's a big part of it too, because a lot of people don't necessarily, they try to practice, like they'll see, for example, and this kind of bugs me, but it's not a terrible thing. It's just, I think about it. Those people that say, okay, what animal do you see behind this card? You're funny, Linda. I don't think I can answer that objectively. I think you should trust yourself on if you should take it or not. I don't feel like that would be really ethical for me to tell you if you should take my class. That's totally up to you. I want you to trust yourself. There's no rush, and if you ever want to take it, great, but I certainly won't want to tell you, if that makes sense. But, right. It's always like for me, if I want to take a class, like if I want to take a spiritual development class, I get excited about it, and it's like, I want to take it, and nobody can stop me, So it's got to be up to you, of course, and whether you feel it's the right choice. It's going to be fun though. That's for sure, that class. So I'm, looking forward to it. I haven't taught mediumship in a little bit of time because normally I have students I work with for an entire year, and we have different sections that we work on. So we work on psychism first, then we work on mediumship, then we work on working in the Akashic records. It's like a whole thing. So it's been a little while since I've been around the block with the mediumship. Looking forward to it. It's so special to be able to do that. All right, guys. I'll probably stay on a few more minutes and see if anybody else would like either a card pull or if anyone wants a longer reading. Certainly let me know. I'm going to pull some cards, I think, now just to finalize us. That'll be helpful for you if you're just wanting to get a read on the energy for the rest of the week. So I'm going to do a little bit of that right now. The thing I'm really feeling with the energy this week, it's kind of an interesting energy. I feel like on some level, we thought we'd go into 2026 and be like, great, it's lighter, it feels amazing. But I feel almost like we're pulling back like the skin or the excess of what was still hanging on from the end of 2025. And so we're not quite done. This could be astrology as well. We're not quite done with the portion of what we were learning at the tail end of last year. So we're definitely still working on that is what I've been getting. So let's just do again, we're going to do a collective reading if this makes sense. Perfect. We'll just see what we're getting and then let me know if this resonates. All right. So let's see what comes out. We're getting now the Page of Cups. So like a snake shedding its skin. That's a very good analogy. Page of Cups is when we have an earnest desire for obviously like connection, and we're a little bit naive in some ways. And this doesn't have to be romantic in any way. It could be the way we relate toward things, right? Sometimes in different parts of your life or different seasons of your life, you've been a little bit more, say, naive or wondering, in a way about things in general when it comes to people. And then sometimes you're hurt and let down. This feels a little bit like that. And it's not that it's a negative thing, but it's also like, no, understand that you're in a development process and maybe some of the things that you're feeling will mature and grow and still provide a little bit of challenge to you. So just be sure to keep yourself open and don't get too discouraged if something new that you're really feeling a connection to moves in a different direction. That's kind of how things work, with some things. It's like we have a maturing in certain ways, right? And that can happen across the board in every area of our lives. Here's what we're not seeing. The things we want to work on, collaborate with, and manifest are going to take time. That they're not going to happen overnight. They're like we were saying to Linda, if you're wanting to work on your psychic abilities, you've got to really put the time in and commit to it. Because inconsistency in some of these skills does not pay off if you're not kind of putting in the sweat equity. And so that's part of what I see going on here this week. Now, what's the advice? This is great. That you're getting from Spirit about how to move forward where you are right now. Well, guess what? High Priestess is here. That means really trusting your intuition, really checking in with your inner guidance system. But please make sure that you're joining my school because we're going to be working on this for everyday life, you guys. It's not just for big occasions. It's really being able to tune in and check in and see, is that a really good direction for me in this way? Or should I be doing this? Should I take advantage of this? So this is definitely a time right now when we want to check in, get a little quieter and check in with Spirit and our intuition. Is this the best thing? And then finally, this card today that's connected to your loved ones, your ancestors, your spirit guides. It's like any of them, 6 of Pentacles. There's a really important thing, whatever you're investing in, whatever you're building, whatever you're working on, you want to focus on reciprocity. And reciprocity means that it has a beautiful give and take in those situations. So as it relates to work, as it relates to relationships, as it relates to anything that you're investing your time, energy, or your love in, you want to make sure that it feels like there's a sense of equilibrium here, that you don't feel as though you're out on your own in this way, that you feel like it's balanced. Final cards from the guides. There's a choice coming up to be made, and you've got to get clear on it, because we have the Two of Swords and the Moon card. This indicates that we're kind of sitting on the fence, wondering what comes next, waiting for some direction and an answer that may not come if we're doing it in the old way. We're relying upon information to come in, because we have the Moon card, which is kind of, it's both sun and moon together. So you're still in a process of discovering what it is you want. So what is it? How do you go through the process of deciding what you want? What part of you is making the decision? Is it the logical part of you? Is it the fearful part of you? Is it the part of you that doesn't believe in yourself? Or is it the part of you that feels clear, intuitive, and is listening? So hopefully you're wanting the part of you making the choice that is the intuitive part, right? Which is, again, the High Priestess. Final card. The World. So we're coming to completion here with this cycle. So that means you were, as I mentioned, like what we were getting before from when Susan said, like a snake shedding its skin. That's where you are. Oh my God, Heber. You want to come up here and do some readings? I do this to you every time. They're like, no, I don't. You're just throwing me under the bus. Make sure all of you guys are following this, a few of you here, the Whimsical Luminaire. So this is Heber. He is one of the graduates of my program. He is a Reiki master teacher. He's also a very well-trained psychic medium, mentor, energy healer, really a wonderful person. I'm sure he's going to start putting education down, if not already, on his channel on YouTube. So make sure you guys are following him, because he's very special and has a lot to offer as, as a reader and a mentor and a healer, things of that nature. Yes, of course. I'm kind of just winding it down. I'm a little tired today. I got up really early to start doing a lot of work. What else is new? Yes, you're working on it. Yes, I know. And you don't need a lot of help in that regard, because you've got it all sorted. So, so I just want to give everybody that little bit of information. Again, I want to let you guys know a couple of things before we close. I have a really great offer right now, which you can find if you go to my page. It's if you're more on a budget, and if is getting a recorded Yolanda. Oh my God, I have to pull you a card. I'm so happy to see you. If you're interested in getting a reading with me, but you want a little more in depth than you get here, but you're also like, I don't have, I don't know if I can do the whole reading. I have these wonderful readings that are recorded. They're about 20 minutes long. Yay, you found me. Go ahead and subscribe, girl, and sign up for notifications. You will find me. I'm going to keep kind of calling people. I'm over here. I'm over here. I've moved over here. And so if you guys are interested in those kind of readings, check them out. They're $87. They are put right into your inbox within 5 days. Pretty great. Also, check out my mediumship class I have going on. Yolanda, how are you? It's so nice to see you. And if you want a card, let me know. And about a topic, I'm pulling oracle cards tonight. So yeah, for me, TikTok that's where I'm trying to, it's not easy. I have stopped scrolling on TikTok. I was realizing it was taking my energy. I don't tend to do that on the other apps. I'm just, it's not like that for me. I don't do that on Instagram. And I certainly don't do that on Facebook. And oh, thank you so much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that vote of confidence. So TikTok for me for a long time was so great. I met a lot of my students there. I've met a lot of you there, and it's been incredible. Right? It Brown too. But I just feel like, especially now that they have Oracle in there, they have so many AI bots that are scanning the lives constantly. And I know what's going on. I'm going to say this without giving away too much. I'm from the Bay Area originally. And, TikTok for a while was located in the Bay Area. And I know people that have been there, let's put it that way. And I know how toxic that environment is. And so when I go on there, remember, just for what I do, okay, you got Yolanda. I'd love to do that for you. So if you think about it, like the things I do, like you're being censored, you're being watched. If you don't play their game, like their system of gamification and make them money, I do believe they penalize you for it. You can't say a lot. It's just, I don't want to be controlled. I don't work for them. So I'm almost doing it because certainly I'll have to see how it goes with my income. I have other ways that I have income coming in. And I don't want that to be the only thing, but I have to do it on moral principle. Okay, this is for my love, Yolanda. Yolanda, this is really, really good. So here's what we're getting, Yolanda. And if you want a card, let me know it, Brown, too. You have the cornucopia, Yolanda, which is abundance, which is the land of plenty, which is also, you have the number 11. That's a really auspicious number, Yolanda. So that really means like luck, good fortune, divinity. But also you're working on your communication here, Yolanda, because you have the Archangel Gabriel coming in with the 5th chakra, very much clearing out and helping you express yourself, speak your manifestations into existence, just like very special. So I would say, whatever you're doing, keep at it. Keep at it. I love that for you. So if you guys if you haven't got a card, please let me know. What I ask is that you make sure you're subscribing to my channel. And then also if you could be sure to, Imani. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. Okay, Imani, I love your first name. Okay. Imani, do you have an area you want me to look at specifically for you? Do you have like a topic I can pull a couple cards on? Oh, I'm so glad, Yolanda. Congratulations. That's amazing. You're definitely standing up for yourself with the Gabriel energy. I love it. Yay. Yes, if you do want a card pull, I love it. Now, you guys see what Imani said, that also feeling the same about TikTok. It's like feeling drained. And it's interesting. I saw this one. She's a beautiful woman. She does travel for, content. And she has on TikTok, she has 450,000 followers, 450,000 followers. But she said the problem is that she doesn't have a community, even with all those people. So she feels like TikTok sets it up so you don't have that. That's the difference between YouTube and TikTok, is that when you build something like what this is, you have a community. You have people like I've known Yolanda 3 years. Of course, I've known Alyssa, who was here. I've known 3 years. I've known Heber for 4 years. I mean, this is what I mean. This is my thing, is investing in people over a long period of time. And I hope to know all of you as well, the same amount. I've known Elizabeth for over a year or two, so for me, that's whatever it is. Okay. I'm so excited, Imani, whatever spirit has, and you're open. I love that for you. Okay, honey, let me see what we got. Let's see what spirit need. Nope. They're telling me to change decks, Imani. Hang on a second. I'm going to see. They want me to go to the Moonology deck for you. So we'll see. Do a little ASMR. ASMR for Imani. Okay, here we go. All right. So the first thing I'm hearing, by the way, Imani, sometimes I'm very clairaudient. Sometimes I get messages, is that that you're in a period right now where you're going to spring forth, and you're going to be after sometime in February. There's a lot of growth that's coming up for you related to your work. And yep, I'm just still doing free readings, sweetie. I'm still doing free readings, same as you when you came in before. All right, so that's what I'm feeling for you, that you're in a place of growth and expansion. That's really what I'm getting. All right, here we go. This is for Imani. First quarter moon in Cancer. Push through any insecurity. We just had that Cancer moon. So pushing through the emotional, limitations if you feel anything. Last card, Imani, we have full moon in Gemini. Embrace the flow of life. Also very beautiful. This has to do for me with you like expansion and opening up. I am finding all the readers, medium psychics help each other out. Very giving. I think so. Now, not everybody is, but a lot of people are. A lot of people that, you're right. There are a lot of people who are very giving. There are some that are not, but you know. Oh, thank you so much, Yolanda. That means a lot to me. That really means a lot. Thank you for mentioning that. That's what I got for you, Imani, though. Thank you so much. Expansion is your word for 20. That is such a great word. You know what's funny, Imani? So I have this one place because I do so many graphics with like Canva and things that I do. So I have this one place and they create graphics and it's like a membership. And oh my goodness, they had a word of the year slides they're just giving out. And one of those words was expansion. Isn't that fun? So I love that for you. Also, I want everybody to know that about this time tomorrow, I'm releasing a new guided journey that is on releasing cords, energy cords. It's not just having Archangel Michael come in and like cut them all. It's really like going in, looking at the core of it, and then doing healing work around it. So make sure you guys check out that video and then make sure that you also like it and watch it all the way through. Thank you. Isn't that great though? I love that too. Now, before I take off, guys, I want to make sure, did I get everybody? Did everybody get a reading? Also, if you guys are interested and you want to get have more of a private reading or something, be sure to check out my menu of services. I have a variety of readings I do. Some are recorded and then some are live on Zoom. Also, make sure you guys are joining my school. I think I have it right here. This is my school. I have an online membership. Parts of it are absolutely free. And then there are some parts that are where there's more development involved and more education and meetings and things like that. So make sure to join that. You can join for free. It's my school community. So exciting. All right, guys, I want to make sure, is there anybody else? This is last call, and then I'm going to shove off. Yay, Yolanda. I think I saw you do that. Amazing. I'm so excited. Yes, I'm super excited about that. Also, you might be interested too. I have a course I'm releasing. I'm putting the finishing touches on it on building your spiritual business. I think it's a great intro course. It doesn't come with any mentorship in that, but it's a good thing that might be a great tool for many of you. And that's going to be released probably by the weekend. I'm putting a few more audio recordings in it. So I just love you guys. Thank you so much for being supportive, and all of our new friends. We're so excited you're here. Thank you for being a subscriber and watching my videos. It means the world to me. Comment, share, subscribe. That interaction on my channel helps YouTube know she's hitting the mark. All right, friends, I'm going to shove off, but I want to thank you for this wonderful hour together. It was incredible. I'm probably going to go to bed a little early. I hope I see you guys. Remember, Friday night, I do my weekly live stream, and I always do, I usually connect with one of the goddesses and channel. And then also we do zodiac readings. Good night, everybody. Love you guys. I'll see you soon. Make sure you sign up for notifications. All right. Love you guys. Bye.